Hope you guys are all doing good. And again, welcome to the number one podcast. I am your host, Coach Jake. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Actually, I'm going to put this so I could see the any of the chat. Happy to see all you guys. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I had a great Thanksgiving, spent it with family, friends, all that kind of stuff. Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up with a number one, any of that kind of stuff. What's up, Matthew McCant? Happy to see you. Anyway, guys, great Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a wonderful one. Of course, now we're moving into Black Friday or whatever. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm like, dude, if you're going to do your marketing on Black Friday, you're good luck. Anyway, hope you guys are doing great. Love to see what you want to talk about in the chat. Today, I wanted to talk about some interesting things here, man. What's up, Christelle? What's up, Morgan? Happy to see you guys, Chad. So the title for this is Fight, Win, Dominate, Why the Future Belongs to the Bold, right? Obviously, everybody right now is scrambling. They're stuffed from eating too much food. They're trying to go shop, trying to make ends meet, all that kind of stuff. I'm working, dude. I got here, I rolled in at 7 a.m. this morning, busted out, helped a bunch of clients. We're doing fantastic over here, by the way. Number one, if you want to check, go to numberonecoaching.com/plans. You can see I threw up a bunch of case studies. We're getting people like over a 3,000% ROI on their investment in coaching with me. Happy to help you guys do that if you own a small business. Anyway, I'm not here for Black Friday. I'm here just to get your attention. Couple cool things happening. Yesterday, we launched out our latest episode of Shoot Pro Wrestling, and this is actually a cage match, right? The thing is we're trying to figure out what does WWE look like if it was ran like the UFC. So you go and you type in Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match onto YouTube, you'll find it. We're all over the place. We made sure we broadcast it out live yesterday. We made the premiere. And I've got it on a loop today as well. So you guys check out any of the socials. You should be able to catch it. Again, Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match. If you want to watch the episode in its entirety, we have UFC Hall of Famer as our special guest referee, Pat Miletich. Fantastic show. Again, special thanks to Mariah Prusha at Define the Fight. And, of course, Blade Hawk and Brandon Riggins. You want to go watch this match. I think it's real. We make a really good case that Shoot Pro Wrestling belongs up there with UFC and WWE. Anyway, look, fighting and winning and dominating are important. Like, think about what happened with regards to the election and winning and losing. Everything went to the Republicans. I'm libertarian, so I'm neither Republican nor Democrat. But think about it. Everything went over to the Republicans. The House, the Senate, the executive branch, which means then they're going to stack more conservative people into the judicial branch. Why? I think it's really about a couple of things. What's up, Waddles the Penguin? I see you out there on YouTube. Thanks for the shout out. I think the reason why they won is because they fought. They fought. The other thing is you had somebody who's a career politician versus somebody who is a career entrepreneur. And I'm just telling you, man, that the entrepreneur is always going to work a lot harder. So, you not only that, you had not just Donald Trump, who's a great entrepreneur, but you had Elon Musk on board too, right? And anyway, look, I want you to take a moment and think about one thing that in your life, if you were to just stop, drop, and really face something right now, that if you finally conquered it, it would make everything else in your life easier. What's up, Donald? What's up, Philippe? What's up, Daryl? Happy to see you guys. What is that one thing that if you were to just devote all your energy to it would make your life easier? What is that? Okay, I'll give you an example. For me, when I was a number of years ago, I have a master's in financial math. I do my best to go to the source, mentored by Carl Gotch, Wade Chalice, coached by Billy Robinson, Frank Shamrock, right? All that kind of stuff. So um, I had all these credentials, but the problem is, and I'm an entrepreneur. I've started and found, but I kept not understanding sales and marketing well enough. I understood it good enough to kind of get out there, but not to dominate. So 5 years ago, I was like, I need to change things up, especially with the shock that COVID and lockdowns did for my businesses. So I decided to fight and dedicate myself to being number one in sales, in understanding sales. So I went to the number one guy, Grant Cardone, and now this year I'm the I think 6-time number one business coach for Grant Cardone. And this is where I was talking earlier. I'm getting people like 3,000% return on their investment in coaching with me. Go to number1coaching.com, NO1 and then coaching.com, all one word, NO1 coaching. What's up, Ian Sussin? Happy to see you, dude. So anyway, what would that be for you? I had to sit down and figure out sales. I'm an academic guy. I kind of looked down on my nose at sales. I didn't understand it. And now I have nothing but the most respect for it. I realize it's actually probably the most important. So marketing and sales, the most important things you can have in a business. And I thought I was educated here. I have it with a master's degree in financial math and worked with investment banks and mortgage banks and whatnot, but I had barely scratched the surface. So what is that for you? What is one thing, if you were to marshal all your resources at it, you would just crush, right? Maybe it's something to do with learning how to invest. Maybe it's learning personal development stuff. Maybe it's your fitness. What is that, right? I'd like to see you in the comments if you've got the guts. What is that one thing that you'd love to crush, right? What is that one thing that would help you get past all the other things? Like for me, it was 5 years ago, it was sales. Prior to that, I had some severe injuries to my carotid artery, and it messed me up. And I had to devote all my energies to getting my health back and getting back. And now, I'm in a great way. I feel fantastic, but I almost died, right? So what is that for you? It's important to realize that probably one of the most important things that you can do in your life is make the decision to change what you're up to. Does that make sense? Rosa Lucio, what's up? She says cap. What, this cap? You like my hat? So anyway, right, like you could change your course at any time. I'll give you a perfect example. How many of you guys watched the Mike Tyson fight? Give me a number one, or whatever you thought of the Mike Tyson. What's up, Stellar Steven? Promise I won't give you whiplash, brother. So what did you guys think of the Mike Tyson fight, right? Me, I felt, I'm a guy that's been around combat sports, went to UFC 2 back in 1994, studied the history of pro wrestling, published on it as a best-selling author. So I have my own perspective, my own particular earned perspective, right? So I think it was a work. I feel like the promoter, this young dude who had a lot of money, wanted to make himself look good, get in with a legend. This is what he did. Chad Hammond says overhyped. I tend to agree with you. But that's good marketing, right? So Tamaka, what's up, brother? Says, hi, coach. Ian Sussin says, totally agree. So my thing is this, though. I just put out Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match. I highly suggest you guys go watch it. Go watch it, okay? Because here's what I'd like you to consider first. And then we'll get into the power of changing your mind, okay? But how important is marketing? I will put the half-hour show I just produced, cost me about $2,000. I kind of take pride in the fact that I was able to put this whole thing together for under about $2,000. Tamaka Ramana. Do I know Joe Rogan? I've met him a couple times. He actually knows me, which is crazy. I've been mentioned on his show a couple times, but I have not talked to him in probably well over a decade, maybe 15 years. I'd love to connect if you could connect us. But anyway, if you watch Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match and you watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, you're going to notice two big differences. The first big difference is the difference in production value. Production value is really what is the money spent on making it look good, right? So the fireworks and the celebrities and the fancy location and all that, right? So dude, I spent probably $2,000. Okay, I did not spend a lot of money on the production value, and you can tell. I mean, it's definitely like a shoestring budget kind of production. Okay, you go look at the Tyson Paul fight, over the top, Netflix, everybody in the world watched it. Okay, high production value. Mine was low production value. Okay, however, the Paul Tyson fight had low entertainment value. I can tell you this because my son tried to watch it, and my father-in-law tried to watch it, and my wife tried to watch it, and every single one of them fell asleep waiting. Despite the millions of dollars spent on production value, the entertainment value was lacking. Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right. Now, go watch Shoot Pro. I'll put it up against anything. Go watch it. Highly, highly entertaining. Okay? Highly entertaining. Almost infinite entertainment value if you go watch the Shoot Pro stuff that we're putting out. I'm just saying, guys. Okay? Now, let's talk about the power of changing your mind. I do want to get back to it. I'm doing the old Donald Trump weaving thing. What's it? Dano Barpak. Been watching shoot wrestling since I was 7 years old. Maurice Smith was in those videos back then. Sounds like Panther Productions back in the day. Yeah, Panther Productions. That's basically BJJ Fanatics is Panther Productions. Just so you know. Stellar Steven says, Undercard Baby had two good fights. Yeah, I like the women's fight, right? Friends were waiting for the walkouts to hurry up. Yeah, it was awful, dude. Anyways, guys, go watch the Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match, okay? Go to YouTube, type in Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match. I guarantee you're going to love it. And share it, please, for my sake. But here's an important thing. I felt the fight was a work. I felt Mike Tyson was pulling his punches and was not doing what he could have done. Personally, honestly, that's my opinion. Whatever, it's my opinion. Who cares? Well, guess who else had that same opinion? Someone who's excellent at fake fights, Sylvester Stallone. He's made millions and millions and millions of dollars with films about fake fights, and he's dropped it. I mean, he said, dude, I thought that was a fixed fight. But guess what? Mike Tyson did not like to hear that. Look, Mike can threaten me, all that kind of stuff. I understand. I understand that. He's a very dangerous fighter, all that kind of stuff, even at 57 years old. My opinion is that it was largely a worked match. Okay. It was a thrown fight. It was not, neither fighter gave their all. It was like an exhibition, more like pro wrestling. Okay, fine. But that's my opinion. Well, I guess Tyson got in touch with Stallone, and Stallone had to recant, change his mind, whether or not it's real or not, or if it's a threat. But the thing is this, whenever you're in sports and whenever you're in business, I mean, I've written this whole book series that talks about the parallels between business and sports, right? Sportify. I'm actually on my third book. We should hopefully have that out by the end of Q1 in 2025. But the fact is this, you have to be able to adapt and improvise in a moment's notice, whether it's sports or whether it's business or whether it's the business of sports. Okay. Now, Tyson took action. Stallone took action, right? Rather quickly. So The thing that I do like about this, even though I do think maybe there's a little bit of intimidation and whatnot, maybe going on between Tyson and Stallone, what I do like is the fact that Tyson did not allow anybody to define him. I mean, if you've seen Tyson in these interviews, he's great. Did you see the one on Arsenio when P Diddy's trying to touch him and he's like, "No, man, get away from me," or the one where the guy goes on and on about his conviction and being a felon and that he was a rapist or something, and even though he had paid his debt to society and was trying to move on, Tyson called him out on that. One of my personal mentors, I was very, very lucky to give him his last radio interview before he passed away. Brilliant man, MD, PhD in psychiatry, one of the most powerful, legendary psychiatrists in history, Dr. Thomas Szaszz, Szaszz. And he had this idea that, the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. And he said the law of modernity, like the modern age, is to define or be defined. And I feel that's truer now in the information age, in the age of social media, than ever. You've got to define yourself or you're going to be defined. So again, this goes back to what I was saying. Like, what is that one thing that if you made your mind and you changed your mind, that you could fight and overcome? You are going to define who you are by your actions. What's up, Ken Pring? Happy to see you, brother. Oh, Eli's on too. Happy to see you, dude. Thanks for all your help, man. Eli did a great job helping us edit together the Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match. Super fantastic job. We're going to be launching more and more. In fact, what our goal is every holiday, as a gift from me to you, we're going to be delivering a new piece of content produced, put together, packaged for Shoot Pro for you guys to keep it moving. Now, guys, listen. How does that all apply to you? What is that thing that you would change about yourself? What is it that you want to fight for? It's kind of interesting. Like, even guys like Eric Bischoff are starting to see what we've been pushing. We've been pushing Shoot Pro. Well, the King of Catch is where it really started. Scientific wrestling is where it's since 2003, trying to push this concept. And now you see the merger with UFC and WWE really, really giving us a big boost of confidence in our vision going back 20 years ago. And even now, guys like WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff are seeing how this merger could play out. How could one business learn from the other, right? I think he was talking about how UFC could learn from WWE in terms of creating storylines and getting buy-in. Does that make sense? Into the UFC. The problem with the UFC that I see that's going to be the major shift is that UFC is promoted like boxing, like Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. WWE has twice the market value, by the way, of UFC. However, it's not really a sport. It's athletic, but it's not a sport. It's like athletic theater, right? It's like fight choreography. So how do we leverage that? That's what we're doing in Shoot Pro. The concept that we're using with Shoot Pro is everything inside the ring is straight athletic competition that you could bet on. That there's no fixes, 100% both athletes going. But everything outside of the ring that we do to promote it is going to be storylines, amplifying things in their life, taking it up a notch, and making it more dramatic. Does that make sense? So, the last thing I want you to consider is if we're looking at these winners, and again, I mentioned kind of the win of the election, or we could talk about winning in UFC, or we could talk about winning in business. But let's talk about that election again. So Donald Trump totally crushed it, had great messaging, good market, brought on a killer team. By the way, it's really interesting, right? Because the Democrats lost And long live the Democrats, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, RFK, Tulsi Gabbard. Even Joe Rogan was a Democrat. So it's ironic, right? Like, in one way, the Democrats won. Um, Stellar Stevens says, I think Shane McMahon would be a backer. He wanted to buy UFC and run other wrestling companies. Is a subsidiary in the past. He very well might. We've been trying to reach out to a member of the Mean Street Posse, Pete Gass. We have some connections with him. We've been trying to reach out to him. Haven't had any contact. So if anybody knows how to get a hold of him and wants to send him the Shoe Pro footage, that would be fantastic. However, the only reason I feel that might be compromised, honestly, this sounds stupid, and maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. He's been training with Dana McMahon. So he might have been brainwashed a little bit, is my only concern, right? He may not see the vision. But maybe he will. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong on this particular issue. But let's talk about Trump. I think the whole turning point, and again, just goes to show you like how you have to adapt and improvise. A lot of the things that I've been talking about in this episode is sorry, I was just trying to scroll to see comments. Anyway, Trump. I personally believe the turning point for this election was the first assassination attempt. And, I'm talking about you have to fight. You have to fight to change. You have to fight to adapt. You have to stay in the game. You have to be competitive. That's really everything I'm talking about here. They're making a statue of Trump. Okay? I don't know if you've heard about this, right? But this statue is going to be a statue of him after he'd been shot and saying, fight, fight, fight. Crazy. Ken Pring says, learning a lot from you. Got some ball. I got a pen and notebook now. Excited for our videos grind. Good content. Oh, great. Thanks, Ken Pring. I appreciate you, buddy. Anyway, guys, listen, so much crazy stuff going on. Do not miss out on it. I know, who was it up above said, somebody said they had a guy, Chad Hammond. They don't have Michael Buffer. Yeah. Stellar Stevens said, sent the Cage Man link to another coach. Chad Hammond said, look, are you looking for talent? I'm going to be real with you, Chad. Talent is everywhere. What I'm looking for is distribution partners. I need to find somebody who believes in this vision of let's make professional wrestling competitive again, right? So not MAGA, but make professional wrestling competitive again. I don't know how, you can't even pronounce that. But my point is I need distribution partners. We're going to be putting this on Triller. We put it on YouTube, on big YouTube channels to get bigger distribution. But we need big distribution partners to get it out there. And then, of course, we could always use sponsors and advertisers and things. That's what we're really looking for. I hate to say it, but I could throw a stick and find somebody to put on the card, like an NCAA All-American. So, I appreciate that. But if you really are wanting to help make this a reality, and I've done all the hard work, it's already all done, man. And you guys can see what I do with $2,000 is better than what Jake Paul and Mike Tyson put together for however many bajillion dollars. Imagine if we found a distribution partner that was willing to invest $250,000 or $500,000. Dude, I could make them money. And again, not only do I have the content, the idea, the creativity, but I also got the business acumen. Telling you, man, I'm making people 3,000%, like typically 3,000% return on their investment in my my business coaching. So, anyways, I appreciate the heck out of you guys. We got so much going on. Shoe Pro Wrestling. So here's the one that you want to be a part of. Okay, so CatchCon. Go to CatchCon, CatchCon.us. All one word, CatchCon.us. That's the website. It'll take you there. You don't want to miss this. We're going to be filming a Shoe Pro Wrestling tag team tournament for $1,000. The team that wins takes $1,000. We're going to be filming King of Catch singles matches. Okay. $1,000 for over 80 kilo, $1,000 for under 80 kilo. You want to get, if you come to CatchCon, you could be in the audience or you could go try to make that $1,000. That's up to you, man. Whatever you want to do. But that's the minimum. That's like the least of it. Every single person that signs up for CatchCon, obviously you're going to be involved. You'll either be in the tournament or you can watch the tournament live. You're also going to get your own Addicts adjustable deluxe mace. And you're going to get certified on being able to teach people to swing it. Then you're going to be able to get trained from 9 of the world's best coaches. My coach, I mentioned him earlier, Frank Shamrock, a guy that is the president of Shoot Pro Wrestling and our special referee at Shoot Pro, UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich, welterweight champion. Obviously, Frank Shamrock, 4-time undefeated middleweight champion. Okay. Who else is going to be there? I've got a bunch of surprise guests coming too. So if you're in the catch wrestling world, get to this. I promise you, you're going to be really happy that you did. CatchCon.us. Wade Chalice, Guinness record holder for the most wins and pins of all wrestling. The guy who created funk wrestling, the spladle, like all this fantastic stuff. Come and learn with these guys, dude. These opportunities are few and far between. Stop living your life on the sidelines. Stop being a consumer. Get in the game. Get out of the stands and get on the field with us. I've been doing this for 20 years, man. I don't know what to tell you. You've got to figure this out. CatchCon.us. Get out there. Okay, so we're going to be filming the next episode of Shoot Pro with some singles matches and tag team tournament for real cash. We're going to be certifying people in the mace. We're going to be doing crazy amount of catch wrestling stuff. We're going to be going to fancy dinners. Dude, it's a whole thing. 3 days in the beginning of 2025, right after the Super Bowl, right after Valentine's Day. And it's cheap, dude. This is the cheapest event of this kind. You're going to get 9 world-class coaches, okay? 9 world-class coaches and a mace belt and the opportunity to make $1,000 for what you would pay if you went to like a Gordon Ryan seminar and got a fucking Polaroid and no real knowledge, okay? Or a Danaher seminar, whatever. Use your brain. Use your brain. Get to this. This is literally the best people in the... Wade Chalice won the Tbilisi tournament and pinned every fucking person, dude. Do you know anybody that could make that claim? Get in the room. Learn from this guy. Chet Hammond says, I remember when you were offering Search for Mace Bell for sending in a video when I was going to film my 360s, my camera book. Yeah, dude, that was a long time ago. I make it. This project, if you guys are too fucking stupid to understand this, I don't know what to tell you. This project that I do with Scientific Wrestling, I basically run it like a nonprofit. Everything I make goes right into it. Everything I make goes to pay the legends, the Billy Robinsons, the Carl Gotches, the Barnetts, everybody gets paid. Not me. I do this because I fucking care. And not a single one of you motherfuckers would do this for 20 years like I have. Fucking guarantee it. The least you could do is get in the goddamn room and improve yourself. I could have hoarded all these people in my Rolodex to myself, but I don't, and I never have. I share it with you guys, but you guys are pissing on it by not showing up. I'm just being real, dude. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself if you don't come to this event. There, I said it. You're a fucking moron if you don't get to the event. This is like a no-brainer, dude. It is such a good deal. Go to catchcon.us and read it. Blow me up in the comments. Call me a jerk. I don't give a fuck. You're a fucking moron if you're not in the room. Guarantee it. And I don't care what level. If you're brand new, you're fucking stupid. This is the best, fastest way to get good. If you're an expert, like multi-time champion, a big promotion, get in the fucking room. I guarantee you Pat Miletich is going to teach you something. The guy trained more world MMA champions than almost anybody and is a champ himself and in the Hall of Fame. Frank Shamrock, Wade Chalice, all the Scientific Wrestling elite coaches. And you're going to get a fucking mace and you can make money. Dude, like for real. Okay. So my challenge is to you. It's Black fucking Friday. Go send if you're such a fucking loser and you can't afford to pay the ticket you price yourself. I'm just gonna be real, man. I'm sick of this shit. You guys got to do better. You got to fucking grind. You got to make your shit happen. You got to fight for what you want. Go to CatchCon. There's multiple tiers. There's still like 2-3 months until the event. You could save up. If you're that fucking broke, I will help you get here. I'm not gonna pay for you, you punk ass bitch. I got 3 kids, and I don't pay for their shit either. You think I'm gonna pay for yours? Just get in the room, fight, be legendary, make a decision to be great. Is that fair? All right, enough ragging on you guys. Listen, I appreciate the hell out of you, but that's what it takes to dominate, dude. You gotta make things happen. You gotta push beyond your limits. I'm sorry, I just got no fucking pity for any of you people. I don't. I've run 3 companies, have 3 kids. I'm married. God fucking nerfed me with a fucking blood clot from hell, cancer, broke my neck, have a carotid dissection, and here I am fucking grinding, showing up. And you're sitting there jerking off to fucking Pornhub or scrolling your doom scrolling. Get your shit together and let's go. Get in the room with the fucking legends, with the top level guys. Bring yourself up. Yeah, Ian, make some money, bro. Earn some respect with yourself. Do you guys realize one of the biggest disservices that's happened is people expect to get paid without doing anything up front? Maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll work for 2 weeks and then I'll get my paycheck. Entrepreneurs, the people I work with, which by the way, wrestling and entrepreneurship, the 2 most difficult forms of personal development because they're hard. They're fucking hard that you could be a part of. Okay? They could be working for years on a project before they get any fucking thing out of it. Athletes, they work for years and they just get fucking destroyed. They go to tournaments or they go to track meets or whatever the hell thing, volleyball matches, baseball games, and get destroyed over and over and over before they become legendary. It's just the process, dude. That's just the process. You got to stop negotiating with yourself. You got to stop fucking bullshitting yourself. You got to look in the fucking mirror and earn the respect. Respect, whether it's like between you and me or it's with yourself, it's fucking earned. You prove it. Get the fucking money, get in the room, earn the fucking respect with yourself. Start winning. Grind. Dano says, I'll be there. You got my support because I like it. I'd love to see you there, brother. Again, I love a post on YouTube, Dano Barpack, but let's get you registered at catchcon.us. Says, I'll be there. You got my support because I like it. Denver's supposed to be up in that area around that time. Dude, perfect, man. We're going to blow this up. I'm pushing so hard. Okay, you want to see how hard I'm pushing? So I became the number 1, 5 or 6 time number 1 coach for Grant Cardone. Okay, I do that during the day. I have 3 kids. My 15-year-old was a lead in a musical in his first musical. My daughter, it was a lead in 3 musicals this year. My youngest son won his basketball championship and is on another winning team. My wife runs a 30-year-old software company that's blowing up. So, and then like I said, I produced Shoe Pro. I've written 2 books this year. I make it all happen, dude. I make it all happen. You can too. It's not because I'm fucking special. It's because I grind and I built up the tolerance and I push and I take risks and I get in the rooms. Do it. Prove it to yourself. All right? Okay, I appreciate the hell yeah. I'm going to stop ragging on everybody. I had Stellar Stevens on this fucking call. God, I love you, dude. I was laughing. I'm like, oh, no. But he was like, yeah, dude, I told some guy, I guess he was in a jiu-jitsu class or something, and he said, dude, if you guys have seen that movie Whiplash, I can't remember his name, the guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson in all the Spider-Man movies. Can't remember his name. Anyway, Stellar Stevens was like, I was telling this guy, my BJJ, that scientific wrestling seminar was my whiplash moment. And it actually kind of took me aback because my daughter she can play piano by ear and she's really musically inclined. And Stellar Stephen, Thanksgiving 5:30 a.m. open, man. I love you, bro. I'm sorry, but there's no other way you could do it because sometimes the thing is we get in our own heads and we negotiate with ourselves. And if somebody really fucking cares, they cut through the bullshit. And sometimes it's hard, man. Sometimes to change, we got to break down. To be built back up, we got to kill that old fucking bullshit. Kill it. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Okay. So listen, all I'm saying is this: kill that part of you, man. Just kill that part of you and allow that part of you that wants to fight and come up and do something epic. Put it in the right positions. Fail forward. Take risks. Be epic, dude. That's what you have to do. So, Daniel, I hope to see you there. But anyway, yeah, my daughter also was like months ago, like even maybe 2 years ago, she was like, Dad, I watched this movie. You got to watch it. The guy is just like you. And then fucking Stellar Stevens said I was like the guy in Whiplash. Anyway, listen, guys, have a killer day. I'm sorry. I know I get a little intense sometimes, but I'm just trying. I don't know what to tell you, man. I do all this fucking shit. And I try to keep it cheap, and then none of you guys fucking do it. And this fucked up thing is my mentor, Grant Cardone, fucking billionaire, #1 marketing guy according to Forbes. He tells me all the time, dude. He's like, if people don't pay, they don't pay attention. One of these days, I'm gonna fucking jack the price up on all you motherfuckers, and you're gonna miss out. And then it's only about the money. No, it's because you don't fucking invest, and you don't take it seriously unless you throw a lot of money. That's what these fucking jerk off colleges figured out. $100,000 for basket weaving or gender studies or some jerk off. Well, no wonder everybody's fighting over it. I paid $100,000. I believe in the they them stupid shit. Yeah, I would too if I paid $100,000 and that's what I got out of it. Why don't you pay fucking $500-600? Come to CatchCon, 9 fucking world class coaches. You can make money. You can bet on yourself. You got plenty of months to prepare for the tournament. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm beating a dead horse here. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. Go watch the Shoot Pro cage match, Shoot Pro Wrestling cage match on YouTube. And yeah, man, I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll try not to be such a stranger. I've been so busy, as you guys know. I will try to make more time to come on here because I know you guys all jump in here and you're very supportive, and I appreciate that. If I can help you, I'm here. You just hit me up in the DMs, and we can connect, grab a phone call, anything like that. Appreciate you guys. Talk soon.